I'm joined by Malcolm Scott from the KBSA. So Malcolm, the industry's been quite challenging for many, particularly the back end of last year. So I guess, is that a good time to consider to be a KBSA member?
Well, I'd say there's never a bad time, but yeah, when things are tough, actually, it's a good time to be part of a larger organisation.
Right, yeah. So is it about the customer coming in and consumer confidence?
Yes, largely. Not entirely, because it's also about business practices, but yes, creating consumer confidence is very important in a quiet market.
So if I'm a kitchen retailer, what sort of benefits am I going to get for becoming a KBSA member?
The consumer confidence part of it is certainly becoming a Trust Smart member, which is part of the KBSA's current package. It is a massive boost because it provides a deposit guarantee scheme, but it's government approved, and it demonstrates that the business has been vetted, and we vet 5 different customers, one of which we personally visit. So it provides a clear endorsement of the business.
Yeah, that's right. It's almost like a testimonial, so it increases customer confidence. So I guess if I'm a retailer in the country and my quotation's 20,000 and my competitor's 20,000, if I'm a KBSA member, I'm more likely to get the order.
Well, yes, because you've got to get that from a customer's point of view.
Yeah.
If the quote is 20,000, then you're going to be wanting at least £5,000 deposit, maybe even £10,000. Right. Are you going to give somebody £10,000 if you don't know them?
So that's a good point. So I guess if there's membership opportunities other than just deposit protection, what else does the KBSA offer in terms of savings for a retailer?
Right. There are some off-invoice savings from selected suppliers, and they're off the trade price, and they're quite substantial savings. But there are also a whole host of savings on services. So, for example, we have a deal with Ford for their motor vehicles that you can save up to 16%. We have a deal with Dell Computers where you save 20%. We have a deal with Clear Insurance Group where the saving is at least 15%. So there's a whole series of these kind of activities which combine to create a big saving.
If I'm a retailer and you get one a year where there's like a problem consumer and there's a kerfuffle, using a better word, what can the KBSA do to support my business?
Well, the first thing that we would do was talk one-to-one with you, because 50% of problems can actually be sorted just by a third party having a quick look. Yeah. So we would do that, and we'd sit down and say, have you considered this, have you considered that? Okay, we've got that out of the way. What's the next step? The next step is that all of our publications clearly say to the consumer, if you're unhappy with your kitchen, speak to the retailer. If you're still unhappy, you can write to the KBSA. When the consumer writes to the KBSA, we will investigate every single complaint. And the way we investigate it is we take the letter to the retailer and we sit and talk about it. And provided it's not a very complex technical issue, if necessary, I'll go and visit. So we do provide a support service for our retailer to ensure that he can resolve the disputes.
Yeah, that's a great support, Malcolm. And finally, can we talk about the conference, because that's very, very well expected by many of the members and very well attended, I should say. So what are the benefits of attending the KBSA conference and awards?
Well, the first thing that you'll hear customers say, or members say, is that they own the conference, and that's true. There are no corporate involvement whatsoever. The entire agenda is set by individual members. We select a committee, which is selected democratically, and they sit down and they decide what we're going to present. Everybody, 80% of the people there are retailers. If you sit at a table at most events, you'll find that less than 50% are retailers at most of the events in the industry. We're talking about an event where the person either side of you will also be running a kitchen business. Yeah.
So it's a membership run by the members?
Yes, it is, and also that's reflected in the agenda. Everything in the agenda is about supporting really owners of kitchen shops. The style of the training is designed for entrepreneurs who are running kitchen shops, and it's to support them.
Looking in the future, Malcolm, about apprenticeships, what do you think the KBSA should be doing to support apprenticeships?
I think apprenticeships is an area where, to be perfectly honest, we don't know enough about. But we are looking at it and we are trying to find out. And we have already appointed a director responsible solely for training. We are talking to the government departments that are responsible. We are talking to possible sponsors like cookers, etc. We are looking at ways to raise some finances and to do the job properly. But we recognise that that's a big project. It's not a small project, and it will probably involve at least one more full-time employee. So we're at the stage of exploring our options at the moment, but that's where we want to be.
That's great, Malcolm. Malcolm Scott, thank you very much.
Thank you.